Hi my good people, I'm Dr. Eunice Mwalimu. Welcome to my Inuka channel. Kindly subscribe ndio tuinuane. Hello my people, still again here, Dr. Eunice Mwalimu on the show. Karibuni sana. Today we are very privileged, my esteemed viewers. Leo hapa kwa hii show ya Dr. Eunice Mwalimu, niko na ile sehemu ya kujenga the boy child ama mwanafunzi wangu. You know, I've been talking about mwalimu na matunda yake. Today, I'm very proud. This is the highest point in life of any teacher, anybody who has taught, either in a classroom, in a lecture theater. I'm very privileged. Check my guest. This is one of my students. Angalia vile anakaa poa. Leo nawaletea, na not because he is my student. He is a man of substance. Ameunda akaundika, ndio nikamleta kwa hii show because I said the essence of this show is to inspire, ni kutransform other people. You get the story and then we get lessons to run with them. So this is one of my fruits, very proud of him. I don't want to jump the gun. Ningetaka ajitambulishe yeye mwenyewe anaitwa nani kwa watu wangu.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mwalimu.
Yes.
My name is Elias Muraga Julius.
Yes.
And first of all, let me appreciate your time. It's a long time.
Yes.
And you refresh in my my mind when I remember
Yes.
those days in high school.
Yes.
But let me say I'm very humbled to share part of my experience and also to inspire somebody. We normally say, let's inspire before we expire.
Very good. Let's inspire before we aspire.
Yeah, we are here aspiring that today maybe we'll inspire somebody.
Sure.
Before maybe that time will have expired.
Yes.
So thank you very much. Murega is born in Makutano.
He is not just Murega. He just wants to be humble. Nawambia mimi nimeunda watu. He is honorable. Hone that name. You worked for it.
No, honorable, you see, you have to be called.
Oh, you have to be called.
I can't call myself honorable.
Okay,
It's people who call you, gives you that honor.
Okay,
so
me,
unless
I'll be calling you honorable. My student is now honorable. Wacha niringe na mwanafunzi wangu.
So, Murega,
yes,
born in Makutano.
Yes.
Those who know the place very well. Makutano, there is a place called or known as Kakanatene. Kakanatene, just behind terrace. It's somewhere known for those days, Changa Brewing. It was a center of where maybe most of peddling of drugs was being done.
Okay.
Those days, just opposite ghetto. Ghetto is Kaide. So that the lives we have grown. My mother came from Bore.
Okay.
My dad came from Igembe.
Okay.
They met in a rental house.
And
I was born.
And such a beautiful hybrid. Bore Igembe. Sisi hapa hatubauangi.
In fact, mother came from Imenti, but now went to Bore.
They moved to Bore.
As a very unique also story. To tell because he grew up in a stepmother, not a stepfather, and she was very mistreated in her life. So alipotea from Muringo Mbugi up to Nari.
Nari.
And that's where now after also life was so difficult, came to Makutano.
Okay.
So that's also a story that maybe if you get time, we can share also to inspire others.
Actually, I still want to hear it, that she was mistreated.
Yes.
You are born from, I said, Kwamuta.
Yeah.
In a hustlers.
Of course.
So hii ndio bottom up. Mnaambiwa bottom. Hii ndio bottom tunaongea leo ikiwa up.
So what happened is that walikuja wote when they were hustling. Mzee vyenye alitoka aliajiriwa like a shamba boy in those areas, wakapatana madhe, they came to us in Makutano. They rented an house at 10 by 10.
10 by 10. Kama uko kwa by 10 by 10, don't give up. Utakuwa na mansionette kama ya my student now.
Yeah, unajua hizi ni house zile unatoka from bedroom unaruka table room na kitchen at the same time.
Self-contained.
So you can imagine. So hapo ndio tumegrow. My mother in fact ni part of my inspiration because amekuwa aki roast maize, akichoma mahindi hapa Makutano for quite a long time. And that's why maybe as we go on, we realize the reason I was so vocal for that market, which was done by the former governor, Makutano.
Yes.
Because it reminded me
of your
those
childhood.
years when my mother, kwa sababu hakuwa pia dynasty at those time. Unajua town, maisha ya town, kwa biashara kuna wale wako juu na wako chini. Kwa market, the formation, wale wako mbele ni wale wana uwezo, wale wako nyuma ni wale hawana.
This show is very interesting. Yes.
Madhe walikuwa wanarushwa nje na ndio akaona there is another opportunity, wacha atoke nje sasa ya soko kabisa, so that anzie sasa. Unajua ukiwa behind the market to get buyers and so on, it was not easy. So she went out, akaanza kuchoma mahindi. That's how I was supported through that. Nikasoma Gitoro Primary.
Before tuende mbele sana mheshimiwa, wewe unaona unataka kukimbia. Leo uko na teacher. How still regulate you.
It's okay.
At least we are at another level. I love that. How many are you in that family?
Niko peke yangu.
Oh, you are the only child?
I'm the only child.
Oh, you are the only child.
In fact, I remember very well my grandma asking my mother, why don't you have another child? And you have the potential too. Alikuwa anaambia, just hata huyu mmoja, you can imagine what I'm going through. Why do I have to add better in Kimeru in quote, nikiwa na hii moja kama ya ndovu, one time atakuwa. So alisema exactly. So
not that she had any reproductive.
Not at all. You know, I'm a nurse, so I'm very aware.
And I need to see you and respect your dad. Your dad coming from,
exactly.
I'm not prejudiced, but from our patriarchal society in Meru na Igembe. Ni kama tigani or remain anywhere anyway.
That's true.
We are putting things the way they are, my people. Kuwa na mtoto mmoja becomes an issue.
Kabisa.
Hata unaletewa bibi mwingine mweru, unaletewa mke mwenza ndio upate mtoto.
No, she couldn't imagine what she went through during her. Unajua alisoma paka class 3 if I recall ile story tumekuwa naye. Most of the time you see you are very close with my mother. My dad unajua pia alifika class 6. So you can imagine aso ile pia it wasn't that conducive maybe to have more children. Sasa 10 by 10 mtaishi aje? I can imagine at our culture nyote mkiwa nyumba moja. So that was not something that maybe was of our interest at that time.
But they are very special me when I look at it, because the most you agree with me, still there are many, even under the same conditions, ndio wanaleta hata watoto hata 10. Wanaanza kuambia mheshimiwa saidia kila mtu, but at least hao wako naona they are very enlightened, very early.
Sure.
The environment shaped their decision of sticking to supporting you.
Completely.
I think they are very proud.
Very indeed.
Ulienda shule wapi?
So I went to Gitoro Primary, just as maybe some less than a kilometer from where you see Makutano na Gitoro Primary. You see terrace is just opposite 3 Stairs Hotel. So it's just a nearby school. So I went there for 8 years, supported my mom. In fact, I was given everything a child can be given.
Ulikuwa unafanya tu biashara hiyo ya jioni na yeye ama?
No, I used to, you see, it was not that easy because you see in town and your mother ni hiyo biashara nafanya at adolescence, it wasn't that easy because you see there are so many kids who are coming from other background. So by you coming, standing there and then nyumbani inakuweka, yeah.
Oh, so you were
So I was there, but still, to be honest, I couldn't, I wasn't that proud at that time. Before Rita, when I came to realize, there are so many, so in Yaso, and there are so many people who are going through. So that's when I started appreciating. You see also my voice, ilikuwa chini, ilikuwa na soprano, hata sija improve. So you can imagine, I remember those girls wanakuja wana mimic vyenye unaongea. I had a lot of niko na pimples all over.
Oh,
self-esteem ilikuwa chini, family background also iko chini.
There are so many horns against
yeah, mimi ni mfupi. Sasa you can imagine the height.
Na wachana wanataka tona.
Yeah. So everything was against me. Sasa imagine combination, pimples and you're short, your voice, and you have nothing to
show. You are backing ground.
Exactly.
Mama ni mahindi anachoma.
Yeah.
Wengine wanabeba na magari za kina wazazi.
So life wasn't easy at the primary level, but I thank God because even though maybe we are not that stable, I was supported by dad, everything. In fact, I never lacked anything up to class 7, if I recall very well.
I love that.
Because completely. That one hiyo ni yao sijui because walikuwa wanapigana, unajua tunaenda tunalala kwa jirani, but as long as I'm concerned, sikuwa na difficult at the primary hiyo kapati up to class 8. Hapo ndio challenge ilikujia because my dad alianza kukonjeka na it was every night pain because alikuwa na ulcers. Later where alikuja akapata na cancer, katuacha person. But before that, primary hapa, I remember one teacher, and that why you play a very critical role as a teacher. Because rate,
na mimi nasikiza ndio unaona niko na mwanafunzi.
Rate Mrs. Mutonga. Alikuwa later alikuwa hapa Kagagaus.
Okay.
I remember tukiwa pale outside the staff room akiniambia, don't mind about these pimples, don't mind about the voice.
It is at Gitoro
primary.
So you are at the peak of adolescence.
Exactly. So alini encourage. Exactly. Akaniambia all these zita disappear.
Okay.
It's a matter of time.
Good.
So that's when I started also appreciating myself, Nani. So finally, to cut the story short, football is also something that built, kwa sababu hapo class 8 nilikuwa nacheza ball, that was a talent God given.
Okay.
Na pia hiyo watu now, apart from those other sides, walikuwa nataka they were enjoying to watch me play football. And I was good at that. So kumbe hii ilikuwa another strength that sasa nilikuja kukapitalize even later in life. Maybe as we share, I will tell you how far it took me. Yeah.
Okay.
Kwa sababu after that there was a team Premier League, ndio niliuza mipira at that time because later there was a financial challenges hapo the last year in primary school. Nika-register, it was around 1,500, nikafanya exam, I passed, nikaenda Kaga Boys. That's where we met. Okay,
very good. Before we continue with that story, I just want to paraphrase because I want people to learn something, especially the young boys and girls in primary or in lower secondary undergoing changes in their bodies that may lower their self-esteem. Mheshimiwa has just shared with us, he got engaged in sports.
Sure.
And they gave him that sobriety. They gave him some
confidence.
So it is very important as parents, as students, these are some of the things that we should be engaging so that we are able to overcome some of these things. Mheshimiwa, pick.
So simply get what you do best.
Yes.
To avoid maybe overthinking on what maybe are shortcomings. So secondary, high school,
ukakuja KB. We call it, we love KB, we love KB and the programs.
Na coaches Kandaro, if you remember, teacher Sudanese Kandaro. Alikuja while I was, but before that kuna story kubwa because sikuwa na hope ya kwenda high school. Nilitafuta ASO Kensilva, nikaenda Nairobi.
What was the problem? Was it the fees?
No, unajua nimemaliza sasa. How do I get school fee ya kwenda high school? Na nimekuambia this one hii mwaka ya mwisho nilikwambia is when the challenges zilianzia.
Okay.
Later maybe from early stages sikuwa na hiyo a big issue because they were hustling and they could keep me in school. So this part I remember I went to Nairobi kwa sababu there was no hope ya kwenda kupiga aso. Nikaenda nikakutana marafiki zangu and life started, lakini nikakumbuka, unajua after class 8 lazima uende somewhere according to our traditions. Na pesa iko wapi?
Really? Oh, you didn't even know that challenge.
Yeah. So nikaenda tukaaso, nikapata some few coins, nikakuja nikapatia madhe ingine, vijana wakani fix na majirani.
My people, what Mosh is not telling you, but me, I like putting things on the table, not under the table, is that it was not automatic. Unajua watoto wengi wetu wanachukua things so automatically. Akimaliza standard 8, the parents are already prepared to take them through the rite of passage into adulthood. Yeye hiyo ndo ikuweko, hiyo pesa ikuweko. Alienda kuhasu kwa Kensilva huko ndiye apate pesa ya kukuja kufacilitate that. So let's not take things for granted. He has hustled even for that process.
No, what I was saying, Kensilva ilikuwa 2350 I got from wale tulisoma nayo. Kuna a reader I remember who was sponsored. Alimpatia vitabu, nikakuja nikauzia mchungaji fulani AIC Church. Hapo kwanza ndio nilikuwa na ofisi when I was an MCA. Nikapata doya kwenda Nairobi. So I went to Nairobi. Na hapo ndio nilipiga aso, nikapata pesa ya kukuja just to come back. Ya chakula for that 1 month you stay there. Majirani wakanipatia a praise. Where sasa najua hapa 10 by 10 you hawezi kuja and then you get circumcised there. You have to get a praise. So I got a kojirani. They gave me a praise for 1 month. Food nilikuwa nimepata. Nguo akapiga aso nika kwa jirani pia. And 1 month I was out. But during
kumbuke tumwambia asante. Hata kama mheshimiwa sasa amekuwa mdozi anakumbuka ajue tunamshukuru.
No, we normally go there. Majirani ni wengi. Unajua ghetto life kuna love within the your life inakuangu. Yeah, they share a lot.
Oh, very good.
So it was a communal like. So I was supported through that process, and that when I remember now Kandaro used to come kunitafuta hata huko sasa. Huyo kijana anacheza ball akuje Kaga Boys. Good enough, I had in good marks, so haikuwa hata kutafutiwa. So kaambia it's very difficult kwenda. It was even late after already schools has opened, reported. But we tukakuja, but nzuri ana Nant Kambura from Egembe. The organizer a praise Plan International.
Okay.
So wakanipatia scholarship, which was supported almost 70 to 90% of the school fee. So raising the other bit, that other 10% and shopping, ilikuwa ngoma.
And you know us, like your teachers, some of us sometimes could not relate if some of you are struggling, but I know there are maybe a few teachers maybe that you are close to who could maybe relate with what you are going through. Yes.
So high school, partly it wasn't that difficult because at Kambura, through Plan International, we used to work there and then we gets a foster parent, we get supported. So that's how I went through high school. But I recall very well teachers like Miss Motea.
Yes.
Because I used to sneak also out of school. Nakuja makutano, I do aso.
Okay.
Asubuhi, najifanya I'm jogging back. So unajua our school used to have Nyambene dorms and so this is outside the school. Yes. So mi nakuja asubuhi, mnafikiria I'm just nimelala shule.
Okay.
So na nimetoka. But I was caught not even once. Nilishikwa nikiwa naingia kwa shimo hivi. Nilikuwa at that time ilikuwa lunch time. Yes. Miss Motea tumemaliza hesabu, nimepiga makutano. Sasa ile narudi ananishika. Where are you coming from? Na ulikuwa class. Na niko na kabaga hapo, bahati nzuri alikuwa na Bible I remember. Na hiyo Bible naye hata imeandikwa jina ya mtu fulani. So wewe umeiba. So yeah, so finally suspension inakuja hivyo, but I used to talk. I remember that time Mwalimu alikuwa deputy Kinoti. So they used to listen to me wanaelewa why I was doing all this, kwa sababu shopping ile nilikuwa napata nakumbuka toothpaste ndio ilikuwa key na ni ya 17 bob. So unaona form 3 ilikuwa also my mother during kulikuwa na zile visitina, akakuja akaniambia sasa hii shida zote mimi na survive ni wa class 3. Wewe hata umefika form 3. Kwani shule ni lazima hii usumbuke. Okay. That time amekuja visitina hapo kando. Sasa unapiga hii hesabu. Na wengine afadhali hata hivyo ya visiting zilikuwa cancelled at that time. So high school also ilikuwa hapo. But at least I had ability ya kukuja makutano. I was a good in terms ya gathering, tunagabo. Uzuri I wasn't in any drug. Tunagabo, tunapata 2 coins. Tunapiga maisha inaenda hivyo. Okay. But the beast hata yeye nasema pahali yuko thank you.
Yeah, actually I wanted to ask
because even hii pesa ilibaki balance, it wasn't easy kuraise na kunifukuza beast.
Unafikiria watu wanajua beast ni nani?
Beast is the prince for Gaga Boys bana.
Kimbi that time Mr.
Mochai bana.
Haikuwa beast mbaya, unajua.
Hapana. So you can imagine hata sikumbuki hata, but really we thank you kwa sababu you give us an opportunity ambaye huge balance ilibaki kubwa, but you haukutufukuza.
You could understand.
Na siku moja nakumbuka ile ulinipiga msita because ulinishika nikiwa narudi hiyo asubuhi. But I thank you. Na pia Ms. Motea and many other teachers wale walinielewa that time.
Okay.
Fisi. Fisi is the principal ule alikuwa chief officer county. Because hata yeye Mwirigi.
Unasikia tunaitwa Mbisti, hata mimi hapa majina yangu.
Yako tutasema tu saa hii. So Fisi ndiye alinifanya nikakuwa class prefect. Na Reta Sports captain. But ilikuwa by coincidence because I remember that day nilikuwa tu nimeepa lakini sasa nikakuja mbio. Remember where the fence iko kwa gate ile ya juu. So nimekuja nimeingia class. Nikakuta watu walitoka class. Ala niko peke yangu. Nikashindwa walienda wapi. Na already sasa nimeona Fisi ndio huyo anapiga patrol, yani Mr. Mwirigi. Akanikuta class, anauliza, "Ai ala, na wewe you are very serious. Unasoma paka wengine wakiwa ajui saa hiyo mimi nimekuja nilikuwa nimeepa shule ndio nimeingia."
Umetoka hasa.
Akasema you need to be the class
prefect.
And that how kumbe can build again confidence. But finally that was a life in Gaga Boys, which I recall. Unajua ulikuwa unatufunza biology.
Yes.
Sasa tulikuwa naona samaki hapo.
Kila sana nawaambia nawaletea samaki.
Samaki. So But finally tulimanage ile tuliweza. But sasa haikutupeleka campus. I had a B minor. Na hiyo time cut point ilikuwa some few marks to the cut point.
How did it make you feel? Because I know you are very working, you are very good in my subject, biology.
Yeah,
I can recall that. You never scored anything below a B.
Completely.
How did it make you feel?
Now unajua hasa frustration inaanza tena. After all this, umepitia ya bidii, because also sporting nilikuwa nime-excel. Na in fact I played Premier League, wale wanaelewa football, the ranks nikiwa form 2 through the support of the coach. So I had that environment. Hata kama fee ilikuwa inalemea school, we could be given opportunity tukue shule by the principal and the coaches, Mr. Kandaro. Juu sasa ya football, Kaka Boys was known for also for sporting activity, especially football and hockey. So but now imekuwa hivyo. So tukatoka nje hapa. I remember sasa tukikutana na Kiambiadhero.
Yes.
Kiambiadhero is the current county secretary.
Okay.
Pale Castera. Sasa nilikuwa naenda church yake. That time ya ministry. After form 4.
Oh, you under ministry?
Alikuwa na hata current Can International.
Okay.
Sasa tukiongea already, hata yeye alikuwa spiritually, alikuwa my mentor.
Oh, good.
Niambia sasa tuingie bana tukahubiri.
Umeingia hata maneno ya kuwa mhubiri?
I did now. Umeona vile tumeingia. Tukafanya certificate hapo kidogo. Nikaambia sasa hapana, wacha nirudie nijaribu kwenda campus. Nikatafuta people to support me. But it wasn't that easy. So what did I do? Tukaenda na kijana alikuwa Alex. Alex is a rap tech now.
Okay.
I think ni wajia. Ambia we tuende. Hata kama tuna pesa tatafuta pahali tarudia. I went to seminary. Mkobo seminary.
Okay.
So kwenda huko Father Father Lawrence is a current director. Ndio huyu mna kaunti wanasumbuana naye huko kwa ile goji.
Okay.
Kaniuliza sasa umetoka Kaka Boys, how do you come to a school? Na hata Mwalimu, unajua Kaka was also another school at that time. Sasa unakuja seminary. Ambia no wetu. So ikakuwa ngumu, akatuambia enda muandikiwe na father pali umetoka barua ndio.
Yeah, the procedure.
Sasa Alex wewe wakae. Nikabaki shule.
Mkobo seminary sasa. Amekuaccept sasa.
Hapana. Kuna another guy walikuwa wamerudia huko, akaniambia wewe kuja. And that why something funny, na hii ni story even to tell somebody may not even believe it. Mimi nikaingia na vijana wengine na tukaendelea kukaa shule.
Before you even admitted?
I wasn't admitted in seminary.
Determination ukakatali huko.
Hata kujua, unajua si mna shule muko.
Mnasikia? Mtu ukiwa na determination.
So tukaendelea, hao wengine walikuwa kuna kijana alikuwa anaitwa Atosh, alikuwa pia Kaka Boys akarudia huko. Sasa kwa ile harakati tukaamua kulala huko. Kumbe at that period hiyo wiki ndio tulikuwa na register KCSE. So in case ningeenda hiyo wiki already so wewe tukacheza na mwalimu hapo, wakaniregister as if walikuwa wanaona kama huyu ni mwanafunzi kama kawaida. And I got kutoka hapo sinikupatiwa na mastude uniform. I stayed in seminary. Go and check even the record.
You are really favored.
I wasn't appearing anywhere. Completely. Sikufukuziwa fee. No, they came to realize later because when I came to Korea na pia nilipata an A in a subject hakuwa nafunza. There was a subject ilikuwa inaitwa social and ethics something education. So nilikuwa nafanya peke yangu. and I got an A na niko peke yangu. So ilifanya everybody realize. Alafu bolo nilikuwa nacheza. So wengi hawakutake care sana ya mambo ya school fee. So that how I went through. But later kukujia ile wakaniangalia kwa records wakasema account wewe. Sasa wewe ulisoma hapa aje? So it was a long story. So I had to pay something kidogo. Wakanirudishia nini?
Did you pass this time though?
I got a B of 66. Ikaenda B plus ya 67.
67.
Nikabaki nje tena.
Sorry. But that was very remarkable improvement.
Yeah, from a B minor to a B of 66. Yeah, but still, I could make kwa sababu I needed a public. So tikarudi tena. Kiambi akaniambia tuendelee na church. Tukafanya diploma ya theology. Tukafungua church, tukaendelea Kigore. Akihubiri na mimi niko hapo. Akaenda Nchero, mimi nikabaki tukaendelea church, ikawaacha haina washirika. Tukaachana na kanisa. Tukarudi.
Kumbe mheshimiwa umepitia mengi ya bishop.
Kanisa sasa ikakuwa haikupeleka watu mbinguni. It's very difficult.
Hawachangamki.
Acha tu apeleke na wengine.
Na vile mimi naonanga.
So I got a scholarship. Another one from a stranger tukiwa kwa gari.
At that time around date come about.
Unajua najaribu kukata story. Naweza ongea uone kama huyu mtu ana miaka mingi sana
mwalimu. Sio miaka tunatafuta unajua I want people to learn, to be inspired. Ndio wajue from even the story that you have already shared. You are very proactive. When it's self-drive, unajifanyia. Mtu anaweza kufikiria aliapplywa na kiambia dhuru. Yeti no. Unafanya.
So unajua when I tell these stories ni watu mnawajua. When I say Kiambi is a bishop known. Dr. Kiambi is the county secretary. So ni kitu hata wanaweza uliza huyo mtu exactly. If I talk about the church ilikuwa Kigore, wewe tulifunga ilikuwa Kigore Forest. Unaona? It's something that people understand. I've been the MCA within that area. So after that, for theology, did a diploma. Before that, nikakuja nikaajiriwa Kinoru Day School. I was a deputy head teacher and trained teacher. At that time, I taught there with Rewis, Mwirigi. At that time, also was doing volunteer. Akitoka Kagaboys anakujia hapo. So it's really pia ilipatia an opportunity to have to interact with the community na pia wanafunzi. And I remember nilifunza wanafunzi, one got a B.
Beautiful.
Na wengine wakapata B minor. In fact, that inspired me more. Kumbe niko untrained teacher and I'm making people wanna pass. From there, nikapata another support. Coca-Cola kuna tournament. I was nurturing the talent to win. Copa Coca-Cola, a tournament sponsored by Coca-Cola. At that time, nikienda Nairobi, I recall very well. I met a guy, a Kisii. Akaniuliza, why are you frustrated? Na unaongea aje with a lot of emotions. I shared the story as how life has been. Na akaniuliza, ala, you got this and ujaenda. Kaambia, now I can't get sponsors. Kaniambia, no, do this. Alikuwa naitwa Mr. Berry, if I recall. We end at Strathmore University, get a admission huko. Na kanipatia something kwa gari 7-seater matatu to Nairobi, nikiwa naendea wanafunzi some equipment. Akani meet, inaitwa Destiny Connectors. From there I went to Strathmore, did interview, I passed. Sasa alikuwa anafunza Kemu, was a lecturer at Kemu. Kaniambia, let's meet there. While we are at Kemu, another Destiny Connector came. Irare Mkasa is also a coach there. This guy, know this guy, a good footballer. What are you? Akashare the story. Asa kaniambia, now you will not go Strathmore. Situjaribu hapa Kemu tuone kama unaweza saidika.
Wanted to continue.
Ndio sasa hii ni wachezee hapa. So Mr. Abere akambia, sawa. Me, I met this guy, tukienda Nairobi safari. na akashare story na nilikuwa najaribu how we can assist this boy. Finally ndio huyo akaniingiza nikafanya nursing BSN through a scholarship ya kimuda. Umeona kufika 4th year nikimalizia I was expelled.
Why? Why were you expelled, guys?
Najua nakata hii story bana, maisha inakuwa ngumu. Sasa you can imagine nimepatiwa scholarship. I was attached Meru level 5. And I recall very well kwa hiyo disciplinary Dr. Mishen was the chair, Professor Taya ndio alikuwa disciplinary. So unajua timetable ilikuja ikararuriwa na one of the student. Alikuja akajulikana. In fact is a student who is abroad. Hapa level 5. Hii general hii hapa. Sasa unajua mimi nilikuwa student leader. I was the chairman. The student council hapo na nilikuwa already nimemaliza term yangu. So unajua pia walimu sometimes wanaangalia labda anasema huyu ndio kiongozi. So the ability ikaekelewa mimi ndio nimefanya nini. It was something simple, but you see in the old science, especially nursing discipline is very key. Na unajua at that time Kemu was very institution ilikuwa
Very strict.
at that time values and was at high level. So wakasema Muraga huyu anakaa yeye ndiye alitoa hii called the roster, I mean disciplinary expelled. So you can imagine some few trimesters ndio umalize, then you expelled. Waste of almost 4 years.
You mean it came to that point? I thought
That our
maybe
life. See suspension. Some few other students were suspended, but so now I went back. Nika appeal, nika threaten. Was advised na kiambi na wengine because I was exposed. Tukaandika barua, tuka appeal. Finally after some months nikarudishwa shule.
Wow,
So I completed with a very good GPA. That's how I graduated BSN.
With the Bachelor of Science.
Sasa unajua tukiongea hizi story mwalimu zimekuwa mingi tutasahau. Sasa nikamaliza hiyo degree na sasa hiyo life hivyo kumaliza as a student Inda, I was inspired because of policy zile I contributed in Kemu. Kemu ndio tulikuwa in my time ndio tulinunua kama student hizi mabasi tukaleta ingine tulikuwa naita inter campus Mr. and Miss tourism, hizo vitu sporting activity appearance ile unaona ilikuwa inasaidia community ile hospitali. So you are able to champion so many things for the student. Na tuka enhance hizo ma scholarship and how to so there are so many things we did. So nikaona by the way, if you have an opportunity to contribute as a reader, there are so many things you can do. And that's what inspired me. Nika run for MCA 2013.
So before we get there, nilikwambia unakimbia. So does it mean you have never worked? You did the degree, BSc nursing. You have never worked in a hospital setup.
Now, what happened at that time, 2013 ndio, after suspension I came back. Na hiyo suspension period I did also CPA. Niliweza kuenda KIM nikafanya another diploma at that time. From there I was also doing a CPA, YMCA. At the same time I was doing in the KIM diploma. So by the time wanirudishe nilikuwa almost complete hii diploma ingine na hii niliaso, unajua najaribu kucondense the whole story. So nikamaliza degree within few time nikamaliza hii diploma ingine and I was in section almost 4 ya CPA. 2013 imekuja tukatumwa nikapata barua ya kwenda internship Kitui General Hospital. Na saa hiyo nimeran for MCA 2013 I lost. I was even I think number 4.
So you trained 2013?
Yeah, 2013.
Mwalimu,
Yeah, and there are so many people discouraged me to run for the position. And I remember even Professor Mtema niambia, after hii mambo umepitia yote, unataka hata usiende kufanya kazi, uende ukapige siasa. But I said no. The opportunity I got as a reader, I realized there are so many things I can help the community na wengine. So I lost. Nikakuja tukapatana na Mheshimiwa Rahim, my immediate competitor. Akanipatia kibarua as a PA. But akaniambia, before I give you this job, nataka ufanye elections za CDF. Zikiwa successful, tunakupatia kazi. I did. Zikakuwa successful.
So my viewers, niliwaambia, wewe mheshimiwa leo, when my student, I don't want my people to lose track. He's going ahead of the teacher. He's already telling us how he got into the politics, isn't it? Yeah, he's already, and I think we need to be together there. Because actually that's why I called you here. Yeah, how did you get into politics? What motivated you? And I think you have shared that bit, the skills, the experiences from KEM leadership as a student leader there, the very many changes that you brought, that you realized they were not only customized to the students, they are spilling over to the community, really inspired you. Ukaona wewe sio mtu wa kufungiwa, ati uende tu ni daktari tu, you're only dealing with the patient. Ukaona your space is in the public. So that's why he has shared with us that he contested for MCA in 2013. He lost. Mi mwalimu daktari siku hata najua hiyo. Namjua tu akiwa MCA very vibrant. Na it's a good story ndio nilikuambia. Unaanguka, unaamuka, isn't it? So he contested in 2013. Then 2017, it's at the same time that Mheshimiwa now Rahim picked you.
No, at that time he won as an MP.
Yes.
After that, now he worked.
So you can pick from there. I just wanted to bring my viewers, and your wasiacho behind, because you have a very good story.
So I worked as a PA for some time, and I appreciate also that opportunity because it gave me a platform to grow politically. While working as a PA, personal assistant to Honorable Abdurrahim. At that time, by what I was getting as a salary, I was able to get my master's in project management.
You stabilized now.
Yeah.
Uhasla imeisha.
At that time, I married.
You are even familia. Married. Umetoka Ghetto, by the way.
Yeah.
You have not told us that story.
Oh.
Tulitoka lini?
Tulitoka lini? By 2013, that time life haikuwa that difficult, but still I was not even myself stable.
Yeah, we are still hustling.
So we are still kupiga haso. So that time ndio tuliweza kununua. Kuna shamba I bought at that time, but still sikuwa nimejenga. But later, after that, nikuja nikamjengea where she stays.
Congratulations.
Na that was the first thing that ilikuwa kitu ya kwanza kufikiria when even I won as an MCA. Ile nilifanya at a personal level ni yeye nilijengea.
Wengine wakinunua gari.
Hiyo ilikuwa hata gari was not a priority at that time.
God will reward you.
So hiyo ilikuwa key. Ile kitu ilikuwa in my part of my ambition. When I get this, the first thing is to settle my mother. Kabisa na katulia. That's good. So 2013, some 14, 15 hapo tukakuwa na differences. So I left ofisi yake.
Ofisi ya mheshimiwa.
Yeah. Another rack. Nikakuwa appointed. I got a presidential appointment as a director, Kenya National Trading Corporation.
And director Kenya Trading National Corporation.
Just few weeks.
How did it come about? Ililand tu ama wewe ulikuwa na godfathers? Tuambie mweshi.
Bana godfather wapi bana?
Ni nani?
Unajua, and these were young people, all part of as part of what I tell young people, apart from academic, networks are very key.
Networks, my people, networks. He is something that he has a lot of substance.
In fact, in the current society that we have, and I remember a book by Chenua Achebe, You read a man of the people who used to say, it doesn't matter what you know, but whom you know.
Not what you know, but whom you know.
It's not a good thing because now you need to have somebody that you know. But one thing that I've learned in life, networks are very key.
Sure.
Because we say your net worth is your net. Your network is your net worth.
Yeah.
And out of that, I had already established a network while working under Mheshimiwa Rahim. And also, sometimes when I was not out, I got an opportunity also to use through him and Florence Kajuju, Women Rep.
Yes.
They supported me. I got the directorship.
Okay.
And I worked for a period of also.
Shout out to Honorable Florence, your assistant and boy child.
Yeah.
Anakukumbuka. Tenda wema uende zako.
Yeah.
Matendo yako yanakukumbuka.
So we really appreciate the two members of parliament.
Yeah. And Rahim.
Rahim completely.
MP for
Imenti North.
Yes.
So, job 1 year I resigned because it was ending now 2016, 2017. I vied for member of county assembly again.
Oh, the calling was still there
exactly.
Now. Still,
So it was an easy time because already I had established network. I was known. I was at that time very visible. And also, my background had inspired so many other people.
Your was working for you.
Exactly. So I won.
Mwalimu, just an interjection and not a rude one. Now that at the beginning of your introduction, you said that your mother, the background, just as I said,
sure.
These days they are so evinico. Umetoka sijui Gembe, sijui ni movementi. How did you get that confidence? Because that profiling normally is there and it may disadvantage you. Niache hao watu wa hapa municipality, in your mind you had that confidence. Unajua baba ni wa Gembe, au unaogopa watasema.
Even today, you see, it's of rate that I've also come to discuss this openly, because in politics, sometimes even you end up doing things that you may not even appreciate yourself, like hiding even your identity, because of the nature of the politics, Kenyan politics,
yes,
where they are more tribal based.
Than issue be
and not about issue based.
Yes.
So it was a difficult terrain because, in fact, they used to call me Kamutigania, not even Igembe.
You know, they collapse as anyway.
They doesn't.
Yeah.
They don't.
I respect them a lot.
They don't.
And we are very proud there. Shout out.
So, huyu Mutigania anakuja. In fact, I would share you some clips. Unaangalia wale wanaongea. Sometimes you feel frustrated because we appreciate what also this limitation has been. Like you see, Rahim was considered not based on the where he comes from or what color of the skin.
Sure.
And also as part of our inspiration, it doesn't matter where you come from.
Where you come from, the color of the skin.
Or maybe your tribe and so on.
And this is his landtap?
Yeah. So I was also Mumere Mutune. So I was very surprised why the issue at 2013, even 2017, ilikuwa pia an issue. 2022 was not a very key, but ulikuwa unasikia huko chini kidogo, hasa kama Mutigania kanakuja juu tumekapatia MCA kanadhani hata. So at that time, 2017, it was so strong that you have to give a mutu mwenyeji. But I told them, si tumezaliwa hii makutano.
Na imagine umezaliwa.
Yeah, we are born here. Exactly. Na we have grown here. Tumeenda shule, Rokari. Everything you have done here. How comes when it comes to politics is when now ndio umekuwa Mutigania.
Exactly.
where the story
You have
is
not even childhood
exactly.
memories or anything.
But I appreciate people of municipality because that was not even a part of their consideration.
Good.
They gave me the support, and in fact they truly understood. Afadhali hata huyu wetu tunaona ametoka that far kuliko unatuambia we ni ati ni mwenyeji and there is nothing tunaweza relate ukiwa umefanyia anything to the community. So that wasn't an issue, and then I was voted.
Wow, congratulations.
And I really thank them for that opportunity for the 5 years that they gave me. From there I came vied for deputy speaker na pia tukashinda.
Okay.
Also appreciate the MCAs.
Sinawambia niko na mtu mkubwa. This was a deputy speaker
for that support.
Assembly between 2017 to 2022. Yes.
Lakini serikali yenu ikakuja ikanigonga. Oh, yani
ni Dr. Mwalimu.
Na Mwalimu. But you see, we can't shy away to say that you are all in that government. Mwalimu.
How was it, by the way?
It wasn't. It wasn't easy. Because also, remember those who support you as a deputy speaker or even the speaker, you're voted by the MCAs. These MCAs are number one in their wards.
Yeah.
So having control or maybe some level of influence is not easy.
And they're also having different political backgrounds.
Different parties, different interests, and so many other things.
Yeah.
So it wasn't easy to also, and also the outside environment. Outside, I mean, working within the county assembly, there are a lot of influence within the executive, where the governor also has to see how can also
push
agenda in the county assembly. So, and remember, as a deputy speaker, you are elected from within, not maybe like a speaker who is elected from outside. So it wasn't easy. And at that time, due to my independence, see, that's why I say, if you go to school also, you are trained to think independently. You're not just there to be pushed to pass things as they come, or you have to have your way of viewing things. So we differed a lot due to opinion. It wasn't any personal, no personal vendetta. So out of that independence also, I got some punishment, political. And I was removed as a deputy speaker.
Okay.
And also many other things were challenged. But one thing that I appreciate within by the former governor, also politically speaking, is that could not hinder him from when it comes to development agenda. We used to agree on some aspect, and that way we were able to achieve a lot.
Some fairness,
when it comes to issue to do with the development, because we are able to do the market, we are able to do the kiosk, we are able to do a lot of road network within. So by raising my voice, he could still listen. What is that you are raising? Because it's not something personal. It's about the development of the people. So you are able to deliver what you are able to deliver at that time. But being independent minded, it wasn't easy to maybe stand what I believe. You remember even during the BBI, I stood out as our own, and I remember speaking to the governor, namwambia hapa, we have to part ways.
And at the end of the day, I think you are right.
It didn't go through.
Yeah.
So at that time, tulikuja tukadifa, na akaniita ofisi, why don't you support the government agenda? Ngambia, no, I don't believe in what is happening. To me, it's not even constitutional. So tukakuja tena. I remember bien some memories I recall in the assembly, bien nikisukumwa nje for standing also for the current governor. Alikuwa at that time TV yake baita inafungwa, and I'm one of the key supporters of freedom of press. So I said no, we have no those powers within the our assembly, so why do you have to cross the basin of somebody? Nikatolewa nje, but finally it wasn't crossed. So I have several instances that I've stood my
viewers, it sounds very soft, but it's very strong. What he's saying about testing it is very independent minded. This is a person against 45. Were you 68 elected MCAs? He could stand alone. Angesimama na msimamo wake kali. And of course, he couldn't attract from the executive and the legislative, but that one also made you very popular with your people.
That's true.
Yeah, with the municipality people, I think they were very okay with you. Now, Mheshimiwa, maybe I should not cut you short. After 2022, after completing the term as the MCA municipality, I think the residents they were very optimistic that you would come back and then give you a second chance because your rating was very high. Kazi yenye ulifanya, you had very good networks. What happened?
Yeah, to be honest, there are so many people approached me, including even the current MP, and told me, no, I think you can give it a trial, an MCA, and wait. Maybe 2027 you may.
Yeah.
And I can tell you there are so many, in fact, there are so many people who didn't want me to vie for.
Even me, it's like, although I'm your teacher, I didn't want to approach you. I felt like maybe you are wasting yourself. You are still young and you have a lot of, you have a high chance of recapturing the seat.
Yeah, that's true. But you see, what people doesn't understand is that if I was to vie for my own beneficial interest, then I would go for MCA because it wasn't much difficult. And I couldn't have used maybe more resources that I use as an MP. But I felt maybe given an opportunity as an MP, I could do much more better than an MCA. Number two, I felt maybe what is that I will do that I have not done for the 5 years that I was given.
Well, you felt
I felt maybe to me, may not have done everything, but I could give an opportunity to somebody else to come and do better.
I think,
and even one who got the chance also was a schoolmate, primary, secondary, even at the campus level.
Okay.
So to me, I felt a time has come that we have to give other young people an opportunity. Let's go and compete for other opportunity.
You felt you had gained muscles, you could spring to a higher level.
Exactly.
Let you leave this other level for others. I think that is something positive that the bigger picture that majority of us maybe didn't see or they don't see. Creating opportunities for others. It's just like when you get nominated na umeiona mheshimiwa, mtu anakuwa ni kama perennial. Wewe unawekwa masu bandala uende sasa you go to contest uku elected, unataka tu remain hapo to be nominated whereas you could have given an opportunity to another person.
Who will not give you that opportunity? They are rare. They are rare for somebody, especially in the political environment. But to me, in fact, I didn't feel that losing was a big issue to me. Na hiyo ndio so many people never understood. Kwa nini na kila mtu anataka tu? But to me, I was ready for even, and I still reminded them, even 2013 and lost, but I never die.
You never died, eh?
So, unajua, and I've lost so many things in life before.
But still you spring up back to life.
So mi nilikuwa najua, even if maybe sitapata opportunity, God will open a way. I may not know how, but I knew I had a lot of confidence. Hata kama sitaipata, there will be a way. Now I took a risk, which was a tall order.
Taking a risk. I love that. You took a risk.
Yeah, I took a risk. Na I remember so many people telling me, well, unajua bana utakuwa kama Gatobu.
Gatobu wa bori.
And I felt, kwanza hiyo example, I was very, let me say, sikupenda. It was a bitter truth, lakini nilikuwa naambia no. Si Gatobu, in as much as ndiye alifanya his own life.
My viewers is a former MP and also very good chance. Alikuwa anapendwa na watu wao, ni vile alienda naye 2017 akanjingiza ya gavana, na watu walikuwa wanasema huyu ni kajana, wewe patia Kiroko ndio mzee nafasi ukuje ingine.
So that example ilikuwa again naambia no, I have to. Najua in as much as ndio you go and you make mistake and you lose, that's not the end of life.
I love that.
Unajua, as long as it doesn't kill you, then it gives you an opportunity to grow stronger.
What it doesn't kill you makes you strong.
Exactly. So tulienda na tukarambwa. So
Mheshimiwa, sasa umesema ulienda ukarambwa.
Yes.
Let me just take you back kidogo. Unajua, it was the PA for the sitting, MP for Imenti there. And we appreciate, actually, he appreciates him a lot. Nimeona you really honor him for the fact that
sure.
You have come, una acknowledge he has contributed a lot. What did it feel to contest against your mentor? Do you feel like you're betraying him?
No, I maybe
wanang'ang'ana, unaona ni kama vile
kwanza hiyo statement ndiye alikuwa anaitumia sana.
Share that experience with us.
No, maybe or maybe not. It's part of what maybe also people saw as if maybe it's a betrayal. Maybe also others saw maybe biting too much. You see, I'm trying to interpret part of the reasons too, if you do the analysis, because he used to say, sasa huyu mtoto badara ngoje, anataka ku, let me not use that, I'm trying to paraphrase lakini, yeah, so you can imagine, sasa watu wanauliza by the way amekuwa, but kwa nini asimpatie time atoke amwachie? So it wasn't easy, let me be very honest, because umefanya na yeye, si ati tumekosana, si ati tumedifa ati kuna bitterness.
Ni siasa.
Ni ile tu ni siasa. You see, it's like you're competing in a race. Wale athletes, si ati wanakuangwa na vita, or even a football teams, they are not enemy. But people to understand that maturity yetu ijafika kiwango at that level. So watu walikuwa na, they see as if labda huyu sasa ako too ambitious or maybe ako greedy. Yeah, exactly.
You have all the series zake za siasa.
Yeah.
You are taking opportunity.
So, and there are so many who are friends, tulikuwa na marafiki also, they are friends too, mheshimiwa. So it was also a very difficult time for them to decide, sasa tutapatia. We have some of our base ambayo tunashare, we share a lot. But alipata the opportunity and we are tukapigwa tulikuwa mbali. We are number 4 out of 12.
But at least you tried. Number 4 out of 12.
Yeah.
Look at
12 or 14, I don't recall very well. But to me, nilifurahia.
What lessons, maybe I can ask you from this point, what is it that maybe you came up with? What lessons did you learn?
Siasa si mchezo. Politics of Kenyan politics, somehow to bring issue base ni challenge. You need also to have a stable stability in terms of resources.
Siasa ya Kenya inataka resources.
It need resources. But that not all, because there are also others who have made it without resources. So depends on the terrain and also the period. We have to be very strong in terms of your personality, mental strength is very key.
Mental strength, yeah, because then even what people say
exactly.
it can bring you down. You can get into
you.
depression.
Yeah. That's very key because the issues that you will see the voters demand and also tell you to your face. If you are not mentally prepared,
it can be a setback.
It can be a big issue. The other things is also you need to have a family that understands politics.
Support
to support you, support system.
You're talking about your support system,
yeah.
family.
You can imagine the terrain. There are so many things that you have learned. And be ready for betrayals because you can be betrayed by your close friends, by your
even family.
Completely, yeah.
Anybody can
betray you. But also on the other side, it gives you self-fulfillment. Whether you lose or not, there is, you see, an ambition maybe to inspire somebody else. It is possible.
Isn't it?
And I was telling them, why? Why not me? Yes, nimekuwa MCA one time. Why should I not vie for MP? Kwani kunambi.
And by the way, umeingia in the records. Like me, I've never found, so I'm not in the records. You remain in the records. I think you are speaking Moish. That's what I normally tell people. There is space for all of us. If I had an opportunity and doing something like if I served in the public space, those 5 years, I'm doing my best. Let others also do it. Me, there is another space where still I can get engaged. Now, still on the same, although you have mentioned it, did you at any time, because I think that is a feeling, you have even seen clips, like immediately after elections, even people really crying, men, tears. There was that MCA. Alisikia watu wamembetray. You don't even feel like meeting these people. Wamekukulia pesa, wamekukulia time yako kila kitu. And did you get at that point? Wala hata usikia hata kurandaranda imenti nodhi mkutane na wao.
Hapana.
Then you must
see, as a reader,
yes.
That's why I encourage, not even in leadership, as long as you are at peace, yourself, you're in a peace, and you're at peace with other people, then you're good to go.
Good.
If I never tried, I couldn't know that I can lose.
You can lose.
But if I did completely, even 2013 and 2017, if I never tried, I couldn't be here. I will even have an history that I was a member of County Assembly. So it's upon trying that you also able to gauge yourself and also to get other opportunity. But if you as a young person, you are there, you never try, then you are sure that you will never succeed. But if you try, there are chances to succeed or not to succeed. Number two, if you stay with the people well, you will never feel offended by some things. Because also, if you interpret, do you think also the competitor was very happy that he was competing with me?
No.
So why should I also feel bad when somebody else also decide not to vote me? So we have to respect their views and their decision. Number two, to me, I felt that I done my best to stand for the trenders, to stand advocating for issues for those common mwananchi on so many issues. There are so many students. I gave an opportunity at the personal level. I have one who is going to do law, Chuka. I have another one who is going to do engineering in UON. Those are personal foundation. I have more than 6 students who went to this year. I had just started it from Form 1. I said I'll take some few students, not from bursary now, purely on my personal support, so that I give them an opportunity also, opportunity which was given by the community and many others. So to me, when I sit down and I see there is one going to be a lawyer maybe in next 4 years, an engineer, a teacher, who did very well, they are all called for campus out of my support. They are not even from within. One hata ni wa huko Tharaka. Mwingine, they were not even from within my ward, all of them. But they got an opportunity. So to me, it's inspiration. Yes, I never won as an MP. But during my time, there are some changes I made in terms of development and also social support in terms of social capital for people. So to me, there is nothing I can shy away. Hata nitembe from here to Makutano. Sila, exactly. Yeah. Nitakuja Makutano niketi pale, niangalie vioski, niseme there are people who are trading here. Kuna biashara. Nisimame hapo nione kuna barabara which was very new. Inatoka town, inaingia cathedral huko. Nisimame hapa nione kuna mataa, nimeweka. Kuna soko tumetetea imejengwa. So,
landmarks.
Exactly.
Landmarks, eh?
So there is nothing to regret at all.
I think I'm very happy.
And finally,
Yes,
I'm here, given also an opportunity.
Yes.
I serve as a board member in the same county assembly because of the name I built, and they gave me a chance to be there.
Member.
Yeah, so where I make decisions for the legislative arm of the county.
Yeah, he's still relevant. Eh? I think so far so good. I'm very happy. My people, you have seen where I bring such kind of people with very positive vibes, very inspiring, very broad perspective on the issues around them.
Asante sana, at least you have taken us through your journey na hata hii ya siasa tukaielewa. Now that kura ilitosha 2022, can we say the end of the road for Mheshimiwa Murega politically, or where do you want to see yourself next?
How can that be? That can be just the beginning.
It can be the beginning.
Yeah.
So tell us your dreams.
Your politics is not about the active politics we have to do. Even what I'm doing is
Okay.
I'm in the political environment.
Yeah.
There are so many other areas you can play within the political.
Sure.
But for now, my focus is to complete my academic. Najua kuna vitu left and
You are doing too many things. You are doing law.
Yeah, which is just 5 units to go by others. The next year, I'll go to KSL. And also my PhD, which I was done with the class 1 year ago.
In which area?
M&D. So in the next maybe 1 year, I want to be done with at least
This is what makes me proud of my students. You see the kind of students that I have in life. Very ambitious. If I can recall, akona background nyingi, amefanya theology, amefanya nursing, amefanya law. Murega nini ingine? Monitoring and evaluation.
in fact, I'm a consultant.
That's very encouraging. There is a lot for all of us that we can do. Now, Mheshimiwa, we want you to talk to the young people and to the parents because umetoka mbali sana. When people talk about bottom, actually, I think you stand. Wewe ndio nimeona kwa hii kaunti kama ile inaitwa bottom up. Kutoka chini kabisa from a slum, from our 10 by 10 tin roof in hours, na na sasa hivi uko na mboma yako umechangia mama yako. Talk to them, because most people just give up on themselves when it is just themselves that can determine their destiny. Speak to them.
Sure, you see, to the parent first, it's very critical that you understand the best you can offer to your kids is love and also support, especially when it comes to education. Because no matter how far maybe my mom came from and my dad, they offered me that opportunity to go to the school. Number two, there are a lot of issues, family issues that surround our families. And that should not be a bother to anyone, because they are not permanent. Things are never permanent when it comes to life. I came from a background where we used to stay in a house of 10 by 10. They, my mother and my dad, but now they are, my mother alone stays in more than, maybe not more than 4 hours room, bedroom. Yeah, so I didn't at one time, because my aspiration, I thought maybe if I get a TV, a wall unit, a sofa set, then life will be good. But God gave me more than that. So it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter your background. You cannot change about our past, but you can change about your future. And that's what matters. To the young people, mental health is an issue. But when you stay alone without sharing the issues that you're going through, then I can assure you it will never be easy. But if you take your time and share with friends, out of stranger, I got a scholarship. Share it, just talking about what I'm going through. And today, I'm somebody. Can you imagine if I just decided to keep quiet? And I'd be where I am. Share your story. You never know who is watching you. You never know who will connect you to your destiny. Make it easy to make more friends. Because currently it's about network, not only what you know, but also who you know. Take what is available at any given time, so that you can be a platform to build you what you want to achieve and where you want to be. But ukisema ati ukae hapa, I've been a teacher, I've taught, tumeuza vitu as a noka hii town, tumekuwa mapasta, all these things, but finally tukakuwa watu wa kuheshimika and we command certain influence, hata kama ni kidogo. Do something other than just becoming idle and waiting for things to happen. Things are meant to happen, they don't just happen. So to young people, I encourage inawezekana. As long as you believe it is possible, aweke Mungu mbele.
Thank you so much. I'm very proud of our session, Mwalimu. I cannot hand into what you have said. Actually, that conclusion has really touched me.
Na nikuambia asante.
Asante.
Those who are watching us all over, watching from whether uko American ama uko majuu, tafadhali subscribe there.
Yes.
So that at least we give an opportunity to so many other people to listen to Mwalimu. Mwalimu hata hivyo, hata kama alikuwa niambia nilipatia at least 20K na wakati wa campaign. Wacha ni disclose hiyo. Na ilikuwa imekauka. And in fact, Mwalimu kitu ile tunasema kwa siasa, it is never easy, hata wananchi lazima waelewe, hata kama tunamalizia hii show. His honorable majina hii kubwa watu wanapitiwa. If people tell what they go through behind the scene. There was a time I couldn't afford. Nakumbuka niko kwa campaign, mtu ananiomba 50, na hiyo 50 sina.
Hauna.
There are times that wanaheshimiwa, wanaomba pesa, wanapatiana, and their families wameshindwa kulipa fee. These are difficult. Vile hatuambiangi yote. But ile ulinisupport, I want to appreciate because it gives you at least a reason ya kutoka nje persuade and say but waheshimiwa, they go through a lot.
Karibu sana. If it touched you, mine, I always like seeing a positive change in another person or putting a smile on somebody's face. And as I said from the beginning, I'm very proud of my students. They are my products. Mimi, kuona vile uko na dhamana kuliko hata kuwa na ghorofa ama kuwa na gari. Because now, wewe unaona the way you have touched many lives. I touch you as in a small way, you touch another one, and you in that manner. I think that's how we serve God. So asante sana, my viewers. I think this is the most, I can say, most vibrant interview, very educative. Iko na maneno mingi tumesoma. Kindly, if you have not subscribed to this channel so that we get to bring you more and more coming. Now, to subscribe, you are not charged. But you know, get some other stuff you need to charge. You know, sometimes you get views or many views, then people is shy away.
Subscribe and share.
Subscribe and share. Okay, thanks so much, Mwalimu.
Thank you very much.
Front of my students.
Kabisa.
You are short.